Hey everyone, welcome back to Heal and Ascend Tarot. So today we're going to do a quick twin flame reading. How is the divine masculine feeling about the divine feminine, vice versa, any connective energies, and any important messages that need to come through the butterfly oracle cards or our angel answer cards today. Okay, now remember this is a general reading, so if within the first few minutes or so it does not resonate with you, then it is probably not for you. So feel free to click out. However, if it does resonate with you, then it most likely is for you. So, but always take the messages with caution and don't get too attached to a certain reading, because sometimes you might be taking on an energy or a belief system or a scenario that actually doesn't relate to you. So just try and trust your intuition through this process. But let's begin. So we're calling on the divine masculine. How is the divine masculine feeling about the divine feminine? Wow, all right. Didn't even get to finish the question. Spirit knows though. I'm getting called to put these all in the upright. So again, for those of you who have watched my videos before, you know that the majority of the time I do read off the meaning of the card. However, there are times where I feel called to, or I'll have a message that comes in that I feel that I need to say that is coming off that's very important, that's coming from spirit. You know, sometimes I'll pull something from the card that might not be the standard meaning of the card, but the message is coming through nonetheless. In addition, I will read reversals occasionally. It all depends on the reading. I'm usually called and I'll know whether or not I need to read it in the reversal. Okay, so let's begin. So how the divine masculine is feeling about the divine feminine. So right off the bat, what's screaming at me is this Eight of Swords energy. So for those of you who, you know, maybe may have been recently in contact with your divine masculine, what I'm getting here is, sorry, my throat chakra, wow, it's closing. What I'm getting here is that there is someone's stuck, okay? Your divine masculine is stuck. Now, which is not, I was gonna say it's funny, I mean, it's not funny, but the fact that my throat chakra just closed up as I was talking about your divine masculine being stuck. So what I get from that is he is feeling like he can't talk to you right now for whatever reason. So your divine masculine has pulled away, okay? Now, what I'm getting here with the Eight of Swords is it almost seems like they're just, it's like a self-sabotaging behavior. They know that they should be talking to you, but for whatever reason, they're keeping themselves both blindfolded and stuck. But we have the Six of Wands beside it, which has something to do here with victory. So when they think about you and they think about this connection, there is just a strong sense of victory. But part of them doesn't really want to see that in a sense. What I'm getting here is that a lot of them haven't come to full acceptance of who they are yet in terms of, you know, being a physical and spiritual being. They're still stuck in the ego, okay? So it's like they see that sense of victory with this relationship and what could be, but they're still holding themselves stuck. But at the same time here, we have the Seven of Pentacles, so they are willing to put in the work in building this union. They're very much willing to put in the work. And we also have the Six of Swords because they're willing to walk away from this energy, this negative energy, from this energy of not feeling good enough, from this energy of the past. They're not even just thinking about walking away from it, they actually are. So in their day-to-day life, they are taking action to walk away from people that no longer serve them. They're taking time and action towards, you know, walking away from beliefs that don't serve them, careers that don't serve them, whatever it is, they are taking action. So understand that when it comes to feeling blocked, it is more of a mental space. So it's not in, but it's translating in action wise, it's translating in their lack of communication, but it's their own, how do I explain this? It's their own issues with self-esteem. It's their own issues with their mental chatter. that seems to be holding them back, okay? So let's see, how is the Divine Masculine feeling about the Divine Feminine in his heart space? Okay. Alright, so we have the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, or sorry, the Empress, my bad, and then we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, it's funny because I've been doing these readings a lot, and in the heart space, this keeps coming up, the Seven of Cups. And right off the bat, that makes me think that the Divine Masculine, like the way I see the Seven of Cups is just illusions, right? And trying to figure out what's real, what's not. And so I'm getting from this is that Divine Masculine is just still in that place of, this is too good to be true. And they're almost like convincing themselves that this can't be real because it's too good to be true, essentially. Now, that's not obviously the greatest energy, but that is the reality of what they're facing right now. That's what they're going through, is this energy of like, wait, is this real? Like, this feels too good. I don't understand, you know, I don't understand, why do I feel this strongly about this person, and why is it that they have every quality and, you know, a mate that I've been wanting to have my entire life, and they're just like, this can't be right, there's got to be a problem, there's got to be something wrong. And so they're in that energy of like trying to almost look for something wrong, but they can't, so then they're stuck, and they're seeing this victory, they're wanting to work with you, they're stepping away from old patterns, but it's still, that illusion is there. However, in their heart, they are seeing you as the Empress, okay? They are seeing you as number one. They are seeing you as the person that they want to spend their life with. They know that. In their heart, they know that. In their heart, they absolutely know that. They see you as the Divine Feminine. It's really that simple. I mean, that card represents Divine Feminine to me. You know, in their heart, too, we have here the Knight of Wands, all right? So, you know, they're enthusiastic in their heart, they're excited, they are inspired, they're feeling ambitious, confident about how they feel about you, okay? So in terms of how they feel, that's certain. In terms of the action that they're going to take, that's another story. So let's actually find out what action is the Divine Masculine going to be taking in the near future? What action is the Divine Masculine going to be taking in the near future? What action is the Divine Masculine going to be taking in the near future? Okay. Very interesting. So initially I was being called to read this upright, but now I'm being called to read this in the reversal. So we have the Four of Cups upright, and we have the Knight of Swords, reversed. Okay. So in terms of action, what they've found is that in the past, they've been too quick to take action, okay? So they might have had regrets in the things that they've done or the things that they've said to you. So when it comes to action in the near future, they're being just very cautious about what they say and what they do, which is also why we have the Four of Cups here. So you might have offered them something, maybe not actually physically offered them something, but you know, it might have been communication, and for whatever reason they're just kind of putting a hold on it. So I know this card is about like saying no to this offering, but I don't see it as that. I see it as it's like it's on hold right now, you know, with this card here. They're wanting to move forward, but in terms of action in the near future, there's just a pause. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do hear from them, but it just might be a little bit of a pause until they get out of this Eight of Swords energy. Okay, so let's take a look closer at your energy and see how the Divine Feminine is feeling about the Divine Masculine. So how is the Divine Feminine feeling about the Divine Masculine? How is the Divine Feminine feeling about the Divine Masculine? Interesting, that just wanted to pop up right now. We'll see if it comes out. So how is the Divine Feminine feeling about the Divine Masculine? Okay. Alright. How is the Divine Feminine feeling about the Divine Masculine? How is the Divine Feminine feeling about the Divine Masculine? Okay. Yep, and of course that came out. It's funny too because I did see the Devil card which wanted to come up as well. Okay, so I think we're going to need to read these like this. Okay. Interesting. So, the Divine Feminine. The way you're feeling is, right off the bat, start with this Devil energy, okay? So, when you think about your Divine Masculine, there is, I'm getting, there's some anger in terms of communication when it comes to this love connection, okay? There is anger. When I say anger, what's the better word? There's a better word that I'm trying to come up with. Not, what's the word? You're angry, but more so disappointed. That's what I'm getting. For whatever reason, I know that's not quite what the devil means, but for whatever reason, I'm getting that you're disappointed about what's going on in terms of communication. You're feeling left out in the cold because of this communication when it comes to this love connection. But you still know that this is who you want. You're still wanting to offer this cup of love. You're wanting to come in and offer it. Okay? But right now you're holding back on this new opportunity because you are being left out in the cold. You know, and this has created a tower moment for you. It's made you have to look more deeply at yourself. Because as we know, when it comes to the twin flame journey, we know that our twin is a mirror. Our twin is showing us something about ourselves, okay? So if we're feeling this disappointment, if we're feeling this anger, guess what? It's actually not about our twin. It's about us. So it's created this tower moment. Although for some reason I'm sensing it's not as extreme as the tower moments we've had in the past prior to this coming together of the union, but it's like a mental stress. It's a mental battle because you are feeling left out in the cold and you know the potential of what this relationship has. Right? So you're almost like not understanding why there's this lack of communication, why this person is acting this way, why your Divine Masculine, rather, is acting this way. Okay? So how is the Divine Feminine feeling about the Divine Masculine in her heart space? How is the Divine Feminine feeling about the Divine Masculine in her heart space? I'm going to pull 2 cards. Okay, we have the Hermit and we have the Justice card, okay? So, right off the bat, in your heart, you know how you feel, but you're hiding your feelings right now, okay? I sense that you're almost kind of trying to maybe convince yourself that the feelings you have maybe aren't as strong, or maybe you're kind of, because of this, you're starting to question like, wait a second. Do I feel this way? Should I feel this way? There's almost like this internal thing that you're going through right now. Okay, with the Justice card, you understand that like whatever you do, whatever action you take has consequences when it comes to this union. So you're at an understanding that, you know if you try to force something to happen, it's not going to work out. If you are in an energy of love, you know that that's when things happen, right? So when it comes to your heart and how you feel about your Divine Masculine, you're guarded, but you still understand this process, you still understand this journey, and you're still very much connected to your spiritual side. Very much. Okay, let's look at connective energies when it comes to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. I wanted to make this, I don't want this to be too long, a quick reading. We're at 14 minutes already. Okay. We have 3 of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the 4 of Swords in reverse, okay? So 3 of Cups, when it comes to connective energies, it's like both of you guys understand what this is. Both of you guys want to celebrate this. There wants to be this sense of celebration when it comes to this. I know that this card can also mean third-party energy, but I don't see that with this connection. That's not what's coming through here. Both of you are trying to maintain a balance between this connection in your work life, because you understand, maybe not on a physical level, but on a spiritual level, that this union can only happen if all parts of your life are balanced. So you're wanting to celebrate, but at the same time too, you know that there needs to be time to balance out these energies. And you know, that takes a commitment on both parts, okay? But you're both doing that work. When it comes to the connection, and probably the reason why there is this lack of communication is because either your divine masculine or you, or both of you, are burnt out, are exhausted, have been thinking too much, have been doing a lot of spiritual work, and need to recharge, okay? So when both parties are recharged and feeling refreshed and feeling ready, then that's when the communication will come back in, and you'll see you'll see more actions towards union. But there needs to be that rest, and that's probably why there is that stuck energy when we looked at the divine masculine, we looked at the 8 of Swords energy. Okay, so I wanted to pull a butterfly card. I'm going to actually pull an angel answers card for the feminine, and we're going to do a butterfly card for the masculine, just to find out what spirit wants us to know in terms of what we need to know for this coming week in regards to the connection. Any important information for the divine feminine. Spirit, what do we need to know for the divine feminine? What does the divine feminine need to know going forward this week? What does the divine feminine need to know going forward this week? Compromise. Okay. Very good. So we also have the Justice card and the divine feminine's heart, right? So she understands, feminines, you know that in order for this connection to work, you have to compromise, okay? So it can't always be your way, and there's going to be times where, you know, your divine masculine pulls back, and you have to just be able to balance out that energy and keep a space there for him. Keep your heart open, but know that, you know, your divine masculine still has work. And if your divine masculine still has work, that means you still have work. So you need to sort of compromise when it comes to your expectations and their expectations, okay? So that's really, I'm not surprised that came out, to be honest with you. So we have, so Spirit, what does the divine masculine need to know about this connection in the upcoming week? Any piece of advice for the divine masculine? Okay. For some reason I'm being pulled to pull off the bottom. Be true to you. And that's for the divine masculine. Okay, so for the divine masculine, this is also making a lot of sense, because when it comes to this, we have to understand that with the divine masculine, they're fighting off their ego, okay? There needs to be a complete ego death for union to occur. So they're needing to focus on being true to themselves, on following that inner voice that keeps calling them, right? Because a lot of the divine masculines have been ignoring that voice, okay? So I'm also going to read actually from the card here. It's from the book here about being true to yourself, to see what else it has to say. Yeah, okay, so you drew this card because of an inner conflict. You're struggling to make a decision about your next actions. You worry whether following your desired path is the right choice and how so will impact others. So exactly, your divine masculine, like we said, is in that 8 of Swords energy, stuck. But it's a mental stuck. It's about making a decision to move forward with the divine feminine. He knows what he has to do, but for whatever reason, he's staying stuck. But it's mental, okay? So he will get out of it. That's why you guys need to compromise and be patient. Be patient with this connection. Be patient with the timing of it, okay? What are we at here? 20 minutes, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap that up. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe so you can get more daily readings, and we'll see you very soon.